Tonight, let's go to Star Wars. I am making a video. It's gonna be my most saddest video I've ever done. Just because what this video is about, there'll be multiple videos about to come. From the videos I've taken, the different photos I've taken, so this will be a continuing series. This is the fourth video of, I'm not sure, maybe 3, maybe 4. Well, anyway, without further ado, I give you the Enfield Square Mall in Enfield, Connecticut. I used to work in this mall at a Target there. Not a good time. This mall had 2 Macy's, women's and men's, Sears, a movie theater. Yes, you also have Express, LensCrafters, T-Mobile, Claire's, FIE, Hot Topic, a pet store, a toy store, amongst others. Right now, this is outside of the Macy's Women's. There's a picture from it. You'll see the same picture, one in black and white and one in color. I'm trying to give a old-time feel to it. And the color one, black and white one, and the color one. We're still outside the Macy's Women's. It's an outside view of it. I know that archway is the entrance. It was a really cool entrance. And when they closed, they told me that they're on the second floor I no one knew about, which is pretty cool. Still outside Macy's Women's. This is the last bit of the outside of it. I've always wondered, and I've never noticed this until now doing this video, that the outside of this Macy's looks different from every other Macy's I've ever seen. I don't know why. This looks very different. Huh. If you know, let me know. If you've been to the Enfield Square Mall back in its heyday, and you remember some of the stores I don't remember, let me know. Leave me a comment. This is one of the lights on the mall. I like these lights because I never seen any other lights like it. Different light from a different view. Same light from a different view. This is one of the benches at the mall. As you can see, in the center of the mall is they're setting up for a home show. Unfortunately, it's the last hurrah. The state has approved $10 million to renovate the mall into an outdoor shopping thing with eating and houses and all that stuff. As you might know from other construction projects, especially in Connecticut, it's going to go over budget and the timeline is going to get extended. I hope they don't do what they did to Springfield, but that's what I feel is. Springfield, they just completely eradicated everything. And the timeline's been extended, they're over budget, and people don't care. So that's what I worry about with this mall. I know Connecticut well. The timeline will be extended. They will be over budget, and people will not care. This is not my local mall. My local mall is Buckland. But I did go to this mall a lot back in its heyday. It's quite sad. I met Maria here. It was quite sad. What we're looking at right now is Haven trading cards. In this spot, used to be one of those like dollar store, convenience store type places. Before that, I do not remember. If you remember, please let me know. There's a different angle from the Haven trading cards. If you're wondering why some of the pictures look strange, because this was also the day before the home show. There's people around. I try my best to not take pictures of people. I also try my best to remember what used to be there. Right here is the second spot of Hallmark. Hallmark used to be down at 11 Mall in a very small store next to Sears. They closed up long before this and moved to this spot. And unfortunately, they closed. But this used to be Hallmark. And right here is Victoria's Secret. This one confuses me because they just closed randomly. There wasn't a going out of business sale or anything like that. They just one day just closed. I don't know why. Still at Victoria's Secret. Still at Victoria's Secret. This is inside Victoria's Secret. It's now a men's formal clothing store. I've never been inside here. I don't know why they decided to put fabric over the sign, but this is still Victoria's Secret. Here we are, still Victoria's Secret. Still inside Victoria's Secret. Still there. Still there. Alright, I'm almost moving on for Victoria's Secret. This is still Victoria's Secret. It's the second entrance to Victoria's Secret. They just one day closed. I was there back-to-back days. One day they were open, next day they were closed. I do not know what happened. I do not know why. If you know why, please let me know. I'd be very interested to find out why. Alright, this is just the half from Victoria's Secret down facing Macy's Women's. Guess what? Still at Victoria's Secret. And this is next to Victoria's Secret. I don't remember what used to be here. But look inside. Looks like a sports store. So maybe like a Finish Line or Champs or Foot Locker or something like that. But I do not remember exactly what used to be here. If you remember or you know, let me know. Right now it's like a theater company. But if you know, let me know. Leave a comment, send me an email, whatever. Right here is the most saddest children's thing I've ever seen. Oh, I will go back for 1 second. Right here also used to be a place that sold like sports stuff and comics. I did not remember that till literally just now. I remember going inside and right out looking at the kids' rides. That's why I haven't remembered it. But that used to be a Foot Locker or a sports store delivered to a comic place, sold comics. Now this is a kids' ride that is quite sad. And this is just really, very sad. Right here, the name of this place, the AH logo. Yeah, it kept flashing on and off, so it was seizure inducing. Right here, I do not remember what used to be here. I'm not sure this was the comics, and down below was Champs and Foot Locker, or that was comics, this was Champs. If you know, let me know. Also, on the outside of the mall, on one of the doors, it does say FYE, but I think that was more down towards Sears. It also says Hot Topic and Pac Sun. At those, I do not remember. So if you remember, let me know. Might better make it Eagle for all I know, but if you remember, let me know. Maybe the theater company used to be the sports, maybe this used to be the comics. If you know, let me know. I'm trying to remember this mall as best I can, and I just don't, unfortunately. Well, this was kind of self-explanatory. It used to be lens crafters. You know what lens crafters are? They do eyeglasses. Still lens crafters. This used to be, if I remember correctly, T-Mobile. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it used to be T-Mobile. And this one here used to be Claire's. I've had 4 or 5 interviews at this Claire's. They never hired me. Maybe if they did, they still be in business. This one's interesting. It used to be a like a panda place, sold smokes, hookahs, bongs. Used to be an Asian place. It sold bamboo, knives, artwork. Used to be a massage place. Probably a bunch of other ones I do not remember. This used to be a Verizon store. It was a VR place, and going here, it was a place to sit down and eat. And this was the Target end. They added 2010ish, I think, 2013. I don't remember what year they added this. On the right, the Forniti Jewelers was always there, especially best of my knowledge. Down on the right used to be a haircut place. Now it's a boba tea shop. Got Target. Also down there towards Target, and not go down here, is State Line Video Games. I'm not a fan. Go to the left now. Target on the left is the Verizon store in the corner. And that what used to be a nail place, get your nails done and whatnot. It was a gym, and unfortunately now it's abandoned. Straight ahead at that kiosk used to be a sold lotto tickets and scratch offs. Right here is the entrance to Macy's Men's. Right here, and a blue table right in front of us is where I met Maria Canales. Very nice, very friendly. When me and my brother went to get something signed, we had a picture of her. She was in a pink brown panty set with, I think, angel, like an angel halo above her head, holding a crossbow. She laughed. She was like, "Why does anybody like this photo so much? It's so silly. It's a beautiful photo." But she could not have been more nicer. If she does see this, hi Maria. I met you before. Hi. You're one of the very few subs I've actually met. You're very nice. Right here is Macy's Men's. Inside Macy's Men's, on the far side, this also used to be Filene's. And you know Filene's? You go back even more, it used to be G Fox. But this is the entrance from the mall to Macy's Men's. On the corner here, we have what used to be Bath and Body Works and turned into like an astrology store selling rocks. The astrology store used to be on the side where Panda Palace used to be. They moved here. This aside to the Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works left the mall and moved into the plaza with Barnes & Noble. There's a close-up view of Macy's Men's. This mall is owned by, when I checked, Namdar, who do not do well with malls. They own Trumbull. They own this one. And they own one other one not doing well in the state. I cannot remember which one. They are just not a good property management company. And they do not shape up the malls at all. They'll do anything to help them at all. Yet they keep getting more. And not know why. Right here is the outside of a jewelry place. I think it might have been Michael's Jewelry. After that, it was, for a short time, a woman's clothing store. And then after that, it was... Nope, that was it. The rest of my knowledge. If you remember what this used to be, let me know. This is where they used to have the display for the jewelry in both windows. That small sign there is what is going on for the home show, where everybody is being located. Alright, here, this used to be, if I remember correctly, EB Games. If you remember EB Games, you are a true original. They had the greatest games, greatest systems, and unfortunately they went out of business. I was quite sad about that. So there used to be EB Games, and to the right is the very long, very narrow, and smells very bad hallway into the bathrooms. In this hallway used to be photos of what used to be at the mall going all the way down. You're going to hear me say used to be a lot. Right here. I do not remember what used to be here. I believe it was a clothing store. I just did not remember which one. If you remember, please let me know. The reason why the fucky photo is this is currently a martial arts place, and there was a class going on when I was here. I was trying to avoid taking pictures of anybody. Right here is a store called Panini Sports. They also sell, for $600, a Taylor Swift signed photo. So if you're a Taylor Swift fan, come here and get it for $600. And then it's 25% off, and they are closed Monday and Tuesdays, about 11 to 6, Wednesday to Saturdays, 11 to 4 on Sundays. Come quick, this mall is not doing well. They used to do a lot of business, but before COVID, so maybe 2016-ish, they had a open part-time at the mall and part-time at the Big E, and that decision did not go well for them. Still at the sports store. Alright, here we are at Express. This used to be Express. I got a lot of mannequins from here when they closed. And that's all I remember. I got a lot of mannequins. I never shopped at Express. They were too much of me. The style just wasn't me, so I never really shopped there that much. Still at Express. I will have to ask my brother, but I do not remember what used to be before Party City. I know this used to be 2 or 3 more stores. Clothing stores, if I was to guess, but I do not remember. I would probably guess a American Eagle or Hollister. I honestly don't remember. But Party City left the plaza they were in. They were in the plaza outside. But they did a lot of business. They moved into the mall. This is after the mall had already started to decline. They moved into the mall. That was not a good decision. I let them know that. My parents, I told this to my parents, they thought it was a great decision. It was horrible, and now Party City is gone, they're out of business. So I showed you how crappy that decision was. There's more Party City for you. Alright, here we are. This used to be a clothing store, and it was like one of those streetwear stores with the sneakers wrapped in plastic. There's a mannequin in there. I found a registry of stores in the mall. Here's what they have listed: GameStop, General Commerce. You're gonna see something that I forgot existed. Well, yeah, Figaro's and Friendly's. Yeah, I have no idea what Friendly's used to be here. If you know, let me know. I have absolutely no idea what Friendly's used to be. Please let me know. New Life Church, which I will get to shortly. Crystal's Fun Spot, I will also get to that shortly. Oh yeah, the Leon and the Bear. I have no idea what that used to be, or where that was. Now we're still at that single place I told you about. Alright, And the same place might have been a vitamin shop, but this used to be a jewelry store. I know we're in there, but they used to sell jewelry. Hence be a jewelry store. Now this didn't change much at all. That says rainbow. And they have always been there for the longest I can remember. On the outside of the mall, and I do not know why, I cannot figure this out. Next to Rainbow, but on the outside, used to be Radio Shack. If you remember Radio Shack, you remember it was really old. Remember the heyday. The other side, now, to the right, used to be a sports place, a collectible shop that sold cards, and now it's a car place that actually sells like motor vehicles. Unfortunately, they're closed. This is from Macy's Women's looking up. Macy's Women's still looking up. This is what now was it? The Leah Auto Group of Enfield. This is the closer entrance to Macy's Women's. I have never seen another Macy's look like this ever. If you have a Macy's that looks like this, please let me know. Send me a comment, send me a photo, or post a photo. Let me know. Well, yeah, to the right is a American Red Cross to give blood. They also used to be maybe a clothing store. I do not remember. There used to be a tax shop before this, like an H&R Block place. But besides that, I do not remember. If you remember, let me know. This is the side of that. Now, this place always confused me. They were always, best of my knowledge, far as I can remember, a place you would go in, sit down, make an appointment, and take your surveys or tests and get paid for it. I think that's what they still are. This is the wall outside of GameStop. And this is GameStop. Now, GameStop is closed. And most of the places in the mall, I talked to a different place. I moved out of the mall into Manchester. They will not toward anything. The management did not tell anybody anything. So they left the stores to do what's best for themselves. Now, this is a 24-minute long video, and thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed this. There's many more to come. I have a lot more videos and photos to share, but this video's got on long enough. So without further ado, this is Secret Discoverers. Do remember to always keep seeking, because you never know what you discover. You never stop discovering, because you will find what you were searching for, seeking for, this entire time. Thank you much. Have a great day. Goodbye.